All right, y'all, I'm back. I just needed to go live real quick, man, and get that out. I wanted it to be. I wasn't trying to ignore your comments on this last one. I was just trying to get this thing out, man. I wanted, never know, making that kind of video, maybe, just maybe, it'll reach the right person's ears and it'll get shared. And I don't know. I don't know what I expect to happen with that video. But yeah, I did that. But anyway, I wanted to further discuss this whole thing with this pipe bomber and just dive back in a little bit into January 6th, because I've been sitting and I just all day today, I just been in my head. You know, I've been in my head all day just recapping things that I seen personally, you know, at January 6th and the videos that I watched. And I'm like, yo, this whole thing's just been one massive, and it's like people knew it was just one massive setup. You know what I'm saying? Got this video. I don't know if you guys seen this video. What's up, chat? I'm paying attention to the chat right now, just so y'all. Matter of fact, let's pull everything up on stage so everybody can be seen. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are were paying attention to these videos, but this is one of the videos that circulated after January 6th, far after January 6th, where the cop even knew that was there. Check this video out.
They set us the fuck up. That's what they did. They set us up. They set up 64. Oh, absolutely. And then they asked you to come 2 hours later. They set us up. They needed everybody right away. Nah, right away. They set us the fuck up. So nah, we ain't got shit. We ain't got no motherfucking thing. They set us the fuck up. Take this motherfucker. Shit.
So that cop was caught on camera saying that they set us up, and he's talking about the government. Make no mistake about it. He's talking about the people in charge of DC and the people in charge of the Capitol Police. Said they called us 2 hours after they set us up. Hey, don't feel bad, brother. They set us up too. Don't feel bad. I know how you feel. But they were pushing for this chaos, is my whole thing. They were pushing for it. And then when we talk about this pipe bomber, right? This right here gets me, because now I'm hearing that with this pipe bomber, they're saying that the explosives, the pipe bomb wasn't a real pipe bomb. Right? They're saying, oh, no, it wasn't live. So this person could potentially, if they get charged for littering because there was nothing. It wasn't really a bomb. It was just trash, basically. Just like their reports. It was just trash. All the reports that came out was trash. Reports like this.
The pipe bombs found outside the headquarters of the RNC and the DNC in Washington were both reportedly real bombs. They were not hoax devices. They were operable pipe bombs capable of causing, quote, great harm, according to the Capitol Police Bomb Squad. The pipe bombs found.
So according to the Capitol, listen to what she said again.
Outside the headquarters of the RNC and the DNC in Washington were both reportedly real bombs.
So they reported this on January 7, 2021 at 12:07 p.m. They said they were reportedly real bombs.
They were not hoax devices. They were operable pipe bombs capable of causing, quote, great harm, according to the Capitol Police Bomb Squad.
According to the Capitol Police Bomb Squad. So which one is it? They got a bomb squad whose duty is to find bombs, right? Save people from an explosion before it happens. These experts check the bomb. They said, no, they real. But now it's floating around. No, they were fake. But it was reported the day after that they were real. This was the stuff that was used inside the January Select Committee. This is the stuff that they was talking about to make us all look bad. But now they're fake. No, it was only real when they were trying to convict us, right? It was only real when they were trying to convict us. Can't make it make, man, I'm telling you, you can't make it make no sense to me. Then you got this freaking scumbag right here. This scumbag, trash human being. Trash human being.
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points?
This lying drunk. This lying drunk. That's what she is. A liar. Corrupt. Been corrupt. She's been, in Congress for like 1,000 years. She's a freaking mummy walking around. You know what I'm saying? No offense to anybody that's up there in the age. All I'm saying is this woman shouldn't be there. She's a drunk that does not do her job. Hasn't been doing her job for a very long time, but collecting a paycheck. Had no problem helping to set up American people. Just saying. Sitting there lying through her teeth. Lying through, listen to it again. A liar. Listen.
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Trump approved the National Guard. This is a fact. This is known. So why would you say that? And now everybody knows. Like this is a fairly new clip of her. And the truth has already come out. The letter was written. Muriel Bowser didn't accept the National Guard after she requested them and got it approved by Trump and then didn't take them. So maybe what you're saying is true. You're right. Trump didn't send the National Guard. He offered to. You all rejected it. Maybe not you, but Muriel Bowser, for sure we know. So maybe you're not lying. Maybe you're not lying. Trump didn't send the National Guard and I didn't not request them. Both those things could be true. But tell the people the truth. Trump didn't say no to sending the National Guard. He said, yeah, go ahead. And then Muriel Bowser said, no, never mind. We don't need them. Maybe after having a conversation with you, Nancy, saying, hey, listen, we got a whole plan in place. We about to set these people up. We about to set them up. Let them come. We don't need a National Guard. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like to me y'all had a whole little game plan because you had the National Guard. You just didn't use them until way later. Way later. Then you say, well, Trump didn't tell the people to stand down. Trump didn't talk to the people. You guys remember these tweets? Y'all remember these? Who remembers these tweets? They're deleted now. But you remember these? Donald Trump at 3:13 p.m. January 6th. I am asking for everybody at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. Y'all remember that? You guys remember this one? This was at 2:38 p.m. Please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on our side, on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. I mean, look at that. I mean, Trump was wrong, obviously, because the Capitol Police weren't on the side of the people. Not all of them, anyway. I'm not gonna bunch everybody up. And let me just say, yesterday when I came on here and was talking to you guys, I was very angry. I'm still angry. I'm not as angry as I was yesterday. So I probably spoke a little harshly, went too hard, on groups. So my bad. I don't think all the police are bad, and I don't think that most of the police are bad. I'm gonna say that. I don't think that most of the politicians are corrupt. I think a lot of them are, but I do think that there are good people in there that want to do good, but they can't. You get stuck playing the game. Their intention is there, but they can't. They joined into a game that you can't be a human being in and survive. And then somebody said, yesterday that I didn't go hard on Trump. Why ain't I blaming Trump? Well, there's a reason. I don't think that Trump is like the rest of them. I think he's having a hard time. I think he's having a real hard time, and it's making it look like maybe Trump might be like them. But then you see how they still go after him. Then you see him trying to keep things rolling over here in this country. So I can't count him out just yet and say that he's like them. And I can't forget all that he has done. I can't forget how they persecuted him the same way that they tried, or I'm sorry, I can't forget that they persecuted us. The way that they persecuted us, they tried to do to him. They tried to get him thrown in jail, thrown in prison. They attacked him all online, said all the bad things about him, had people believing all the bad things about him, lied on him. So I give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't see this happening to any other president in history. I don't see it happening to any other politician. None of these politicians. You don't see it. Only him. Why only him? My logic kicks in and says, well, it's because he's really trying to do something real for the people, and they can't have that because then we all understand and know that it can be done. There can be some help, from a president to the people the way that it's supposed to be. So that's why I don't blame Trump, and I'm not going at Trump the way that some of y'all, there's a lot of influencers, MAGA influencers that used to be MAGA influencers are just downright dogging them. I'm not dogging them. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt still. And plus, I appreciate what you have done. I appreciate me being home from prison. I appreciate the First Step Act. I appreciate all the great things that you tried to do in this country where they tried to block you and you still ended up making a way and making it happen, making it shake. So I appreciate that. And I know you got a full plate. I get that. But the last video I had to make because I wanted you just to hear me personally, like just the guy that was affected by this. Not to condemn or anything, just to voice my frustration. And for all the people that are critiquing, me and other January 6ers for feeling some type of way, you have no right. I mean, you can, but I won't care. Say whatever you want to say. You didn't go through none of what I went through. You did not. Other J6ers that weren't locked up, God bless you. But you don't have a right to critique anything that I got to say about how I feel about anything. You weren't locked up. You weren't there with us in DC DOC. You have your own experience for sure. I'm not taking away from you. But you can't critique anything that I have to say about how I feel or why I feel the way that I feel. You didn't go through it. It just is, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating when you see these people still look at this. It pisses me off. Look at her. Look at her. Out there still scot-free. So they got this video of this person all covered up, maxed all the way up, got the little shiesty on, everything. And y'all couldn't follow the cameras. You see what they're wearing, all of that. No, you could. You could. Y'all been knew who this person was. Why is it just coming out now? Why is it all just coming out now? And why didn't it come out way back then? Why didn't this person get arrested way back then? How did they end up, the people investigating this, the FBI, the CIA, all these manhunts that are supposed to be going on looking for this pipe bomber, and y'all went for moms and dads. You guys locked up elderly people. Lonnie Kaufman, you locked him up, had him sitting in his cell just back and forth in pain, old. Smeared this man all over the internet. He was in a cell. Y'all went after everybody but this person. And then you understand why. Well, she got promoted to the CIA. That's the people that investigate this kind of stuff. CIA, FBI, I mean, that's a terroristic thing that happened. Somebody put a pipe bomb in the Capitol. Yeah, that's domestic terrorism for sure, 100%. But instead of charging the person with domestic terrorism that did it, no. You try to give people terrorist enhancements on cases that are stupid. You have crybaby cops like Michael Fanone. That's sissy. That small man, weak man, crying, getting on the news, just pouring out his little heart, so sad, crying because him got his feelings hurt because people snatched him and threw him into the crowd because he was acting like a sissy. He wanted to be tough and bully people while he was there January 6th, and then he found out. And they didn't even do him dirty. They just pulled him out in the crowd like, bro, you need to chill. Then they escorted him back to his officers. But he gets up there and cries. That big, fat, sissy Harry Dunn. Him. Yeah. The Oath Keepers called me the N-word. They was trying to be violent towards me. And then the video comes out. The Oath Keepers were the ones protecting you. They surrounded you when the mob was trying to get to you. But they protected you. But you went along with the story. You went along with the story. You lied on them people. Got charged with sedition and convicted of sedition. I think they're the first people in history to ever catch that charge and get convicted of it. Lied on good men. Painted them out to be racist. Kenny Harrelson's my bro. That's my dog. Not a racist. Kelly Meggs, that is my brother. Love that brother to death. Every time I talk to him, we laughing. We just laughing, talking about life. Good guys. Jessica Watkins, great human being. Love Jess. You pointed him out as racist. You guys smeared people. You smeared people. You tarnished our names. Did we do some wrong? Yeah. Obviously, I trespassed. You know, that's my crime for January. It's trespassing. No. Violent entry. I disturbed Congress while in session. Congress needs to be disturbed because they're deeply disturbed already. Congress is a joke. These people are failing and have failed and have been failing the American people for a very long time. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and just be totally honest with you, okay? I'm gonna be totally honest with you. All of those Congress people, every one of them that were terrified that day, that were scared that something bad was gonna happen to them, good. I don't care. I'm glad. I wish that you would have carried that fear throughout your career to understand that you're not serving the people. There's people so pissed off out in this country that you thought that they were going to do something bad to you because you're not doing your job. You guys don't have a fear of the people, and you need that. You definitely need that because you are failing the people. You need to have fear that you will get removed from office. Fear that you will go to jail for taking bad money. Go to jail for selling out the American people for your pockets to get fatter. You need that. I'm not sorry for you. None of that. When we were locked up in DC DOC, they started to condition us just a bit, make us feel remorse, made me feel like maybe what I was thinking was wrong. Maybe none of the stuff that happened in the election is real about what we've been believing. Maybe we just being lied to by these people, you know? Some people bent the knee and apologized. Some people went beyond bending the knee. Some people went and just started slandering Donald Trump. Pressured. They were pressured. And I don't hold it against them. I know other people get pissed off about it and they get mad and they got something to say about those people. I don't get mad at them. I understand. Because again, I was there. I felt the same pressure that they was feeling. I didn't do what they did, but I understand why they would do it. You wanting to see your children. You feeling like everybody's abandoned you. Your wife's out banging your best friend. Your kids are told that their daddy's a piece of trash, terrorist. And you just is like, I just want to get this over with. I want to get sentenced. I want to be done. I just want to get to where I'm going so I could get home to my kids. I understand. I don't fault any of them for it. But we started to really feel like that for a while. But the truth's out. The truth is, we was right the whole time. We were right about it all. We were right. We were right about the machines, the Dominion machines. We was right about the dead folks that was on the polls. We was right about everything. We was right about COVID. We were right. We were right. And you made us feel like maybe we were wrong. You made some of us feel insane. Real talk. And here we are, years removed from all of this. And we finding out, no, y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong, and y'all all played this game on us. Y'all all played this game against us. You used us. And you played us all against each other at the end of the day. Because you had some Republicans, people that called themselves MAGA, that believed the hype on the other end, that said, oh, yeah, I supported Trump, but I can't anymore because the January 6th stuff, that was disgusting what those people did. And because you believed it. You believed what the news was telling you that we did and why we did it for. They didn't tell you that women was being assaulted. They didn't tell you that they were throwing projectiles out into the crowd and exploding them, and we're watching people get pelted. They didn't tell you that they were smashing shields into women that were standing on the steps singing God Bless America. They didn't tell you none of that. No, they just showed you the clips. Violent Dominic Pizzola banging out the window. And then they showed you the crazy looking people. You know, then they showed you nooses. They showed you the guy running through the Capitol with a rebel flag. Still don't know who that guy is. Probably a Fed. It's probably a Fed. The world was literally like divided on, do we support these guys or not? And then if you did support us, well, you got looked at like you were just insane. Why would you support these guys? They're terrorists. They're insurrectionists. And I want to take the time right now to say thank you to everybody that was supportive, to the people that helped us when we were locked up, sent us commissary or wrote us letters or sent some books, whatever, the prayers, the people that stood in prayer with us before we sang the national anthem at 9:00 every night. Thank you. Thank you to y'all. And to the rest of you, I'm not even angry at you for not wanting to stand with us, because how do you know what you were seeing is real? You know? How did you know? You didn't know. I don't fault you for not liking us. I don't fault you for hating us or thinking that we were the worst human beings in the world, because the news told you to. Your favorite politicians told you to. And you couldn't tell what was what, because there were some people that looked awful that day and did do awful that day, that still to this day is questionable if they are who they say that they are, or if they were planted there. There was plants. There was plants on January 6th, 100%. And you don't know. Same way we still don't know. We're still questioning each other. I was on a panel yesterday on X and a space. A guy asking me, like, what was the real deal, bro? Because you got a history of being a Latin king and all these things. Let me ask you this. Were you planted there? Were you there or for real I couldn't even get mad at him. People got offended. The people that knew me there, they got offended that he asked that question, because they're like, how dare you? You don't know Cash. But his suspicions are right. How do you know who's who? You can't get mad. Especially when you got people that come home after January 6th that are sitting up on a real high horse, that swore to everybody that we were being tortured and their mental health is bad, but they come home and it's like they're living like kings. They made their million on Give, Send, Go. Where the rest of us was contemplating like, man, do we really even want to take anything from anybody? When I came home, I couldn't bring myself to create a Give, Send, Go. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm like, I can't do that. I got help when I was in there. People did good for me, and then I'm home and I could get on my feet and I could do this thing on my own, off my own hands. I don't want to be looked at like the rest of these guys. It made me feel bad knowing what these guys did. The mega grift that was happening with these other people made me say, I don't want to fall into that category with them. So I didn't. Almost 2 years now. I didn't do it. I've been making it on my own with the help of some solid people that God put in my life. But people were right to question. People were right to not want to help. And then even now it's even more questionable because you get to finding out like, okay, some of the people that are out right now are now real big Trump haters or they're racist. It's crazy. January 6ers? January 6ers are Trump haters? January 6ers are racist? I thought that Cash said that they weren't racist, that this is a lie. I thought I knew him. This whole thing has created this big mess in the minds of the American people, in the minds of the people affected from January 6th that were in prison, incarcerated. There's a big distrust for government, and I understand that. Can't nobody fault me or anybody else that has a distrust for government. And I fight myself on this because I'm an optimist. And I look for the best in people. I try my hardest to stay positive all the time because I want to see the best of people. And I believe that if I can believe in them just a little bit because people believed in me and helped me change from being a gangbanging, drug dealing, promiscuous, violent animal. If I can become better, then they can become better. And maybe if I'm an optimist towards them in that way, and I look to them and speak to them and still treat them with kindness and still, just be positive towards them, maybe that'll affect them and maybe they'll change. But I am really starting to not feel like that. Now I'm starting to feel like, no, these types of people, only God can save them. And it may not be in this world. It might be, they have to be on their deathbed. These type of people have their rewards here, which is why they do what they do. These types of people that have no problem with lying, stealing, breaking, murdering, because we can't forget about that. The people that lost their lives on January 6th. Not the lies that they told you about the 5 police officers that died on January 6th, because that didn't happen. That's another lie. That tortured Julian Cater and George Tanyos. They put them out in the news and said that these guys murdered a cop. They labeled them as a cop killer or cop killers. Turned their whole world upside down. George Tanyos lost it all. My man was a simple sandwich maker. He had a sandwich store. Shut him down. Julian lost everything. Family had to put up houses to get this. And these aren't white supremacists. No, these are Lebanese people. These are freaking Middle Eastern guys that the news said were some white supremacists that killed Officer Sitnick. They lied. People believed it. It's infuriating. It is. It's infuriating. I really don't I don't have any kind of love for the people that did this at all. Because I feel like they have chose their side. And I'm not talking politically. I'm not talking racially. I'm just talking about spiritually. Like, they're okay with stepping on, destroying, crushing whoever, as long as they can stay in their position, as long as they can get the paycheck, as long as they can have their power. They're not my brothers. They're not my sisters. I'm having a hard time. Like, I'm wrestling within myself. And I can't even help the way I've been feeling. Like, I'm still very angry. Last night, I was very angry, but I was proud of myself because I didn't come on here and I didn't curse nobody out. And I did my best not to. If I did slip, I slipped by me. I didn't know. But I'm still angry today. And I'm wrestling. I'm wrestling because, you know, when they say I was a radical, they say I was a radical. That's why it was so easy for Cash to be willing to run into the Capitol, because he's a radical. He's always been a radical. He was a radical gangbanger. Yeah. You got one thing right. Ain't no fear in me to be a radical at all. It's just I look at life a lot differently, and to the enemies of mine, you better be thanking God for that. You better be thanking God that I think differently now. I swear to you, you better be thanking God that I value my children and their happiness more than anything. You better be thanking God that I think about heaven, that I think about what's right and wrong. You better be thankful to God, because I swear to you, I do know how to be. You know, my name used to be Taz. You know why? Because when I would spin around, I'm talking about when I would spin, when I would go through, it's going to be like a tornado hit. That's why. It's going to be like a tornado went through the place. I had no problem. No problem with violence at all. I had no problem initiating violence. That was my thing. It was my forte. I was good at it. I still am. I'm great at it. I learned that because of prison, that I'm still really good at it. But the thing that's different, and it was different while I was in prison, I got this thing about me now where I think about other people. I think about my kids. I think about God. I put myself in other people's shoes and understand that they might be where I came from. Maybe they've been through the same things that I've been through. Let me not be part of their trauma. That's where my head goes. I don't want to be a part of their trauma. So let me be merciful. Let me be compassionate. But man, I'm struggling. I'm wrestling with myself when I'm thinking about these people. These particular people that helped set up January 6th. The anger that I feel towards these people. Oh, I've been wrestling with God. Was it pineal? Where Jacob wrestled with God? Ain't that something? Pineal. Jacob wrestled with God and named the place Pineal, for I have seen God face to face and have not died. I be wrestling with God inside my pineal, in my mind, because I'm telling you, Cash be like, yo, it's time, bro. It is time. Put the hoodie back on and pretend like it's January 6th all over again, with the mindset of not caring. These people are corrupt and we got to stand up to them. And then God's like, yo, that's not the way that you're supposed to be. You got to remember that this place and this life that you're living right now, it's temporary and it's passing. Don't fall for that again. Don't fall into that trap of giving into your anger and then taking a stand against people who you can't really stand against. Yeah, you can do some harm and you could do some damage, but the bigger picture is you're breaking a toe on a giant. That's all you would do. You'd be breaking a toe on a giant. Still gonna be able to walk, still gonna be able to squash you. No. So I just been praying, trying not to be radical. But I am pissed off. And I don't know what to do with my anger except vent it out and pray. And that's it. That's all. It blows my mind though. It does. Look at this. Man, never mind. I ain't even gonna bring it up. It just sits here. Just looking at this all day. My wife came into my office today. I was just sitting in here going through X, and the video popped up of this chick just walking. And I was sitting here looking at it, biting my teeth, man. And I don't know why this particular thing is the thing that's been it just set me off out of everything. I found out about the agents, it pissed me off, and I sat there angry for a little bit. But this particular thing, I think this is like the cherry on top of the cake for me. Because I've been holding back. I've been arguing with other people. I got put at odds even with some of the January 6ers because I'm like, yo, you guys are, you falling for this whole, you falling into this trap of being a racist and all of that. And I understand. I get it. The frustration that they've been here where I'm at right now. They've been here times 10, probably since they got home. Their expectations were a lot higher. When they came home, I was already home for almost a year. So they're thinking, okay, we got Trump back in office. We got the pardons. It's about to be taken care of. We're about to get justice. He's gonna drain the swamp, blow the whistle on these guys. Now I can understand their frustration because now we're sitting here waiting still with all this evidence coming out. But I got to think that maybe, and I have to think like this, right? I have to think that maybe the reason why ain't no arrest been made yet, or, justice being served, is because they might be building a case. And when I say they, I mean Trump and some people that he trusts. That's what I have to believe to keep my sanity and not spaz out, is that maybe they're building a case. Because right now, yeah, truths are coming out, but you need proof. You need proof of a crime being committed. And I'm going to tell you the crime that I feel was committed is conspiracy. Conspiracy. They plotted and planned an event to trap Americans that resulted in the loss of life on both sides. Resulted in Americans being thrown in prison, denied basic human rights, lost jobs, lost income, lost families. 2 of my cousins died when I was locked up, and somebody that was like a big brother to me, a mentor. Dallas, rest in peace. My cousin Twan died. My cousin Marcus died. Them 2 ate me up. Dallas died, broke me. And I dealt with that. I lost my nan. My nan died while I was locked up. Yeah. These people are foul. And I just got to believe, pray to God that I just want justice. That's all I want. I just want justice, and maybe a check, maybe a check, write a check. That will help. That'll be great. Just give me my lost time. You ain't got to give me a whole bunch. Just give me what I would have been making for them 3 years that I was gone. I'm all right with that. Something needs to happen though. And that's all I got. That's it, man. I'm about to get off here. I think I'm about to put up my Christmas tree with my babies. That's going to get my mind right, hanging with my kids. So, God bless you guys, man. For everybody that's been here with me, rocking with me, man, since the beginning, I love you guys. I appreciate you. To all the new people that are rocking with me since I got home that are new to the page, I appreciate you. And to all my friends, bro, that I had when I was younger, when I was the ones that know me, like the old me, that are still around, that are like, yo, bro, good job. Even some of them that used to be enemies. You know, there's this dude that used to put the fear of God in a lot of people in the neighborhood. I had an encounter one time where I thought he was gonna light me up, man. I thought I was dead. I thought I was a dead man. I was in Cal City, and he was the opposite gang as me. And we was chasing one of my friends that's also dead now. He wasn't my friend back then. I mean, we were friends since we was kids, but then gangs got involved, and then we had altercations where I was with the guys that was trying to get at him, and then we had this thing. His name was Jerome. Rest in peace, Jerome. Good, real good guy. Loved the brother. But the guy that I'm talking about now is Ant Diggs, man. Diggs. Yo, that dude used to be treacherous, and he was an enemy. And he's on my Facebook now. And we both are older, and both family men, and we be liking each other's posts and all of that, laughing back and forth. You might see him in the comments of these posts, but he's a good brother. To all of y'all, people like that have known me for a long time, and we in a different place now, and we've grown, and you're still here. Even if you disagree with me, you know, you're still here. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. And at the end of the day, y'all, I really just want a better world, bro. I just want a better life for my kids. I don't want to have to be fearful that my kids are going to grow up in a world where their government will set them up. I don't want my kids to believe like, yo, the government that's supposed to have your back and be there for you and make you feel like you are in the land of opportunity and where all your dreams can come true if you work hard enough. And that if you're just a good person, that nothing bad will happen to you. If you do the right thing, you won't get punished. You know what I'm saying? I want them to have that belief. But it's hard when they know that their dad and others' dads and moms was incarcerated based off of a lie. Like, I should have been home from prison months before I got out because I qualified for the First Step Act, right? But because I'm a January 6er, they played me out and left me in a freaking jail. They left me in DC DOC. And they played me so I couldn't get home to my kids quicker. And that was I kept preaching that to them. I say, listen, I'll take the plea. I'll plead guilty. I don't even care. What's the most that they can give me is a year. Just give me it. My big time's going to eat that. I ain't worried about it. No, you got to wait. Why? Because we said. Yeah. I want my kids to believe in this country. I want my country to reflect godly principles. You know? This is foul. But that's all. Love you guys. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. All right, we got a snowstorm out here right now, by the way. It's pretty cool. First snow of the season. Y'all have a good day, man. See y'all later.